What's up, gamers? I finally finished this project I had for college. It was part of my senior capstone project, kind of everything we've learned at school put into something that we actually care about. So, sorry this video took a while to make. I've been very busy finishing it up. Just kind of want to show how it ended up and a little bit about how it works and how SocketIO works inside of it, because I know people have been kind of like asking about that. So, this is all running locally, but it's all in the browser. These like panels are a little small, so some of the stuff might look a little wonky, but so this actually does connect up to a database now. That's what my partner was working on. I was just in charge of like the entire game, but you see here it's moving pretty smooth. Now that there's 3 players logged in, start a game. So every player has different roles. This player in the middle, he's a police officer. Player on the right here, he's just a civilian. You can see a mysterious clue has appeared. That's what this is here, just bouncing around. So civilians can go around, pick up clues. It's very similar to the game Murder for Gary's mod. If they get 2 clues, they become a cop too. And then the Jack the Ripper character, so in this case Parker, he can change back and forth. You can see him change back and forth there after 5 seconds, so it's on cooldown. Then somebody gets hit, so you can see they take damage, they drop their weapon. This guy can come over here, pick up the gun. Now he's a police officer. Parker can go over, swipe him. Parker wins. Everybody says, okay, Jack the Ripper's the last man standing. Parker wins. That data gets sent to a database, and yep, that's a working game. So a little bit about how this works. Let's exit out of here. So basically, it's just a lot of little SocketIO requests and outputs. So if we go on the server here, we can see socket on leaderboard. So what is that? So this is just the leaderboard command. So we can think of it as all these clients that are connecting to my server. So those are all just plugging in. So they get access to all of these functions. So that I've set up. So you have change costume, so that would be Jack the Ripper changing the costume. They can look at a leaderboard, they can pick up the gun, and then you can have little logic inside of these sockets. So if somebody tries to run or like access the pickup gun function, you can say, okay, well, is this socket logged in? That's what this line says. Is the socket lined in? Look at all the guns that are on the ground. Let's see if the ID that they're asking to pick up is the same one that's actually in the database or in the array of guns. Is the gun parent? So is the person that dropped this gun, is that the same person? Because they can't pick up their gun again. They lost the right, or they're dead. So if you shoot a civilian, you drop the weapon as well. Is the player Jack the Ripper? Because Jack the Ripper obviously can't pick up a gun because he's Jack. Is the health of this person above 0? Is this person actually alive? And is this person already a cop? If they're already a cop, they can't pick it back up. So just a little logic, and then they say, okay, now send it to everybody that this person picked up the gun. And then put that person inside of the cop list and remove that gun from the map. So pretty straightforward stuff here. Once it's like broken down. So for the leaderboard, if we go into, let's write a little line here. So say, okay, so once this leaderboard is asked for, we'll say the leaderboard was asked for. Okay, so we save that. Let's rerun the server. So now that we have a server running, we can go back on the website here, and all we need to click is this little ranks button here. It's just a very basic request, just one request to the server for the leaderboard. So we click rank, we get a SQL response back, but right here we can see on SocketIO the leaderboard was asked for. So it knows, so every time we click this, which is probably not the most efficient way of doing this, because it probably shouldn't request it every time. You should probably have a limit. But the leaderboard was asked for. So SocketIO is getting these functions that I'm sending. So what does this look like on the Unity end? So let's look at that. I have this all in one really ugly large socket file. It looks absolutely awful. But it works for the most part. That's all that matters. What's going on? Okay, so leaderboard. IO on leaderboard. So this is the response that you get from the server. So we're gonna say, what are we outputting here? Pick up, sign out, chat, login. Okay, request leaderboard. Look at this. It's just one little function. Public void request leaderboard. So I'm calling this function from that button. All that button does is looks at the socket and says, okay, I want to use the function request leaderboard. And all it does is emit this request leaderboard. So it says IO emit leaderboard. So to the socket it's connected to, you're just asking for that function to be run. So then we go back up to the top here. Once we get back leaderboard, we say, okay, we want to set that leaderboard panel to have nothing in it because we're going to clear it. We're going to take that data, format it, because all the stuff you get back is in JSON format. String, that's what we're going to be adding to. We're going to add all this data to it. So you just like loop through this entire array, add all the data in from the players and then their kills, and then kind of format it. I'm just doing like a little bit of formatting. And if they have less than 0, or if they have 0 kills, don't put them on the leaderboard. It's not really necessary. So yeah, that's how that works. And then you can kind of think about how it would work on a broader scale, or like a more complicated thing. So with movement, all that movement is, so for the player controller that I have, there it is. So I have a coroutine that's just sending out socket emit position transform. So all it's doing is sending its transform to the server, and then the server is taking all of those transforms from all of the players that it's getting, updating them. So it's updating them on the server, and then it emits all of those as a huge array or a huge dictionary. So by player name, it's a player name transform. That's what I get back on my end. So I can render all those players out, and there is a little bit of an issue though, because let's say you're running an 144 Hz monitor like I have, and the server's only running at 20 ticks. So all you're getting back is little 20 tick little pictures basically of where the player is. It's not actually moving. So all you have to do is just add a little thing, a little script for lerping. And all that does is just takes where that player was. This isn't the best way of doing it. Ideally, I think you want to predict where the player is going to be on the client end. But it didn't really matter for my project. It was like more of a tech demo. But so lerping, all it does is take where the position was and where you just got their new position, and it just smoothly transitions that. And then on top of that, so now they look smooth. Now they're running around smoothly. Now you can add animations. So whatever, like let's say their X is increasing, then you know that they're going right. Now you can just animate them going right. So now you have all these animations in place. I think you saw those earlier. If anybody wants an even more in-depth guide, I'm like willing to do that. Thank you for all the responses that I did get on my last video. It was really cool to see. Or if anybody wants to just like play this, I can give you the IP address to play. I'd love to play with somebody and just kind of show it off. So just let me know. All right, thanks for watching.